Okay.
Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm Liz England, and I am the founder of the TESOL Career Path Development Professional Learning Network. And I'm here today with some of my favorite people, and I send greetings from my friends here in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, where I am now living and working. I just finished teaching for the day with a group of lovely teachers on the TESOL International Association's core certificate program. We have about 40 teachers in our group, and there's another group of 40 down the hall. So 80 teachers altogether. I'm so happy to be here. I've been so enjoying my time in Central Asia, and I'm so happy to welcome Hamza, who's from Central Asia. So it's our neighbor down the way in Tajikistan from here, where I am in the capital of Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I'm going to introduce Linda Chu, who is the fantastic, capable organizer of these events. And Linda is going to make some introductions too. And I thank you all for coming today. Linda?
Hello all, and thanks again. We're so happy to be back with our webinars. And we are very, very happy that you're here with us, either listening or participating. And please, as Hamza speaks, think of questions you would like to ask him. But I would like to first thank Liz for joining us all the way from Uzbekistan. And I would like to thank Rezwana, who is here. She is part of our TESOL CPD leadership team, and she is our expert technical person, and we are so happy to have her. And also Lynn is joining us. And Lynn is joining us from Florida. So, oh, and by the way, Rezwana from Bangladesh. So we have quite a bit of the world covered here. And so I would like to, with great pleasure, introduce to you Hamza Kurbonov. And Hamza is joining us from Bokhtar, Tajikistan. And we are so very happy to have Hamza here. And he's going to be talking about professional development and teaching in Central Asia, Tajikistan specifically. And Hamza is the assistant coordinator at the American Space in Bokhtar, and he's been there some time and is doing a great job a lot with teacher training and professional development. So, and I see, before I turn it over to you, Hamza, we have one other member of our team, Damon Anderson, who just joined us. And thanks, Damon, for coming. And we look forward to Hamza's talk. And then we will get together again at the end. And I will tell you about the upcoming webinars that we have. So without further ado, here is Hamza.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me, Miss Linda, Liz, and everyone. Thank you so much. It's a great honor. Like today, we'll talk about my, this really cool, and I'm happy I'm here. I'm from Tajikistan, as Miss Linda introduced me. I'm happy to talk about. Do you want to share? Do you want me to share my presentation, Ms. Linda? Okay, let's get started. Firstly, I want to. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Salam from Tajikistan, everyone. For those who do not know, Tajikistan is neighbor. Our neighbor is like Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, and.
Hey, Hamza, can you put it on presentation view? Because it would be easier to see it. On the bottom right, you can put it, see the little.
Okay.
icon. It would be better if we don't see all the slides. Down
Mhm.
below on the right bottom. You see the,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Salam from Tajikistan is like hello from Tajikistan from Bokhtar, formerly like Kurbonov. Today, I will talk about like Tajikistan, like briefly, and school students, my road to ETM and teaching. If you have any question, please ask your questions. Feel free to ask any questions. Okay, Tajikistan. Like for this, like Dushanbe, capital of Tajikistan, there are about like 9 million, but more. And right now, the 2021. It's like picture of Tajikistan. Okay, Tajikistan mountains and lakes here. We have really beautiful lakes, and it's like many tourists in Tajikistan. It's like 3 parts of our Tajikistan, like Noreg Reservoir, like Tajikistan Pamir Mountains, something like Iskandar Kul. This is like my, it's like Bokhtar, like where I live right now. I was born here. These are schools and students. In Tajikistan, we have like different, clothes than other countries. For example, we have, our girls like wear skull cap. Maybe many of you saw on internet or somewhere else. It's our schools. And this is my school. This is our school that I teach English, and I used to teach English also. This is really where it's like I got experience from here, where I started my teaching career. This is like our students. These pictures like shows our culture. We have like different things to do in school during like school time. Our students celebrate different holidays, Tajik holidays and other holidays. Also, we have English, week. Every week, our students will share something about holidays and everything. And here, I started like, as my career, as I mentioned, here I learned. These are teachers. These are school and teachers. We have every month like teachers meeting here, and we for those who are like new in school, like English teachers and other like professionals, they will get experience from experienced teachers. And my road to teaching an English teaching mentor program 2019. As I mentioned, I started like from school. In Tajikistan, they have different, for example, from US Embassy programs, but English teaching mentor programs like founded in 2009 in Tajikistan by Tahmina Niyozawa. This is really a cool program that our teachers, for those who are not like experienced teacher, they will US Embassy page like announces about this program, like for teachers, English teachers from everywhere, like every angle of Tajikistan, like Bukhara, for example, Bokhtar, everywhere. If they're interested, they will apply for this program. This really cool program that I participated in. I'm lucky like to got accepted to this program. I was like new in a like teaching experience that I applied. I got accepted, and we started like from spring, like in May. We started like getting experience from one of like our mentors, Line Hosak, our first trainer. There are like 20 teachers from Tajikistan and also from Afghanistan. They will accept like participants, applicants, and it's really cool that mutual cultural share, something like this. We feel that's why here we every year like applications come, and 20 applicants will apply, and from these 20 applicants will get experience like 4 seasons. 4 seasons, like 4 days. We will train different kind of like we'll share different kind of materials and talk, and like celebrating if any like holidays from US, we'll celebrate here with American teachers. Like for example, here is like Linda and also Line Hosek. The first trainers that I met in my career, like teaching career, like as an English teacher, that I got really awesome experience from them. They taught us like different strategies of teaching and how to teach, how to share materials, experience for other teachers. This like Dushanbe, we all trained in Dushanbe, not in Bokhtar. We will train in Dushanbe. From other regions will join us in Dushanbe for 4 seasons. Okay. After getting experience from ETM, English Teaching Mentor Program, I was lucky to get accepted another trainers workshop. That this ETM, like I got experience, and they accepted me because I was really active, and it's like energy maybe that I started like to gain again, like to strong my experience again in a TOT, and we will like trained like 4 days in Dushanbe by Linda Chu. This was really like additional experience for me, like as a young teacher, like to share my experience with other trained like experienced teachers there. This was my new experience, that I was really totally new in this like trainers, and I was like I was like gained experience and started sharing my experience to other teachers, like who is from schools from different regions in Tajikistan. And I shared some of materials to our teachers, those who are unavailable like that time. And I shared to my like Bokhtar, around Bokhtar teachers, schools, and everywhere. And I shared experience that I got from Linda Chu and Line Hosek from this one. And here is my picture. Look, after this like all experience, I broadened my knowledge and to teach our kids, our adults. I got used already like sharing my experience, materials, everything to our Bokhtar youth. And one more I want to mention here, like this like kind of like trainings, like gives opportunity for teachers in in a rural village, teachers to get new experience from experienced teachers like American teachers. US Embassy Dushanbe will also, after this program, also we have here I will share. After this program, we it's like gained also grant, like mini grants. They will give us opportunity to give like mini grants to share with other teachers anywhere, just like any workshops. I trained like 20 teachers from rural places, villages, and everywhere. I told them what I got, what I had like experience from this two trainings here, and also we got like certificates after finishing these programs. Also, they will awarded us with certificates of training. We will become like trainers. Okay, this times like present time I work in American space, Bokhtar, like Tajikistan. Present time, so far I share my experience 100 like 1,000 students right now, and also every month I will share my knowledge to teachers. I help teachers, and this like unique like experience like gave me opportunity to share this one. And also I know resources that I will share always with teachers, like always they share it by like Linda and Hosek. It's like right now I have them, like I share with other teachers. Like I teach new young teachers right now. This one's really great. It's like impacted my career development. That right now I am English teacher. Also I am SMM. I know English, and also I help teachers like from my area, Bokhtar, Khatlon region, and also others like virtually. I help them if they need my help. I'm always there. Like in a conclusion, I want to say that this like career development really from zero to hero like brought me. Now I am as I call a trainer. Like I'm continuing teaching. I'm continuing helping our region like English teachers in my area, and also encourage them to apply other programs. This was my career development and my life briefly. And thank you so much for listening me. And this is my contact. If you need my help or like anything to share resources, please share. And Miss Linda was with us. Miss Linda, do you want to share something?
Yes, thank you so much, Hamza. So I was an English language fellow with the State Department in based in Dushanbe, and we conducted this training that Hamza is talking about, the English Teaching Mentor Program, and the selected teachers, and it was quite competitive to get in, but the selected teachers came from all over Tajikistan and Afghanistan, and we had a group of 20, and they were able to come 4 times a year, and it was an intensive 3-day training period each time. So it was quite involved, and the State Department really puts a lot of effort into running these programs for the teachers. And Hamza has done exactly what the program intended, which was to train these groups of teachers, and then do the train the trainer program, which was a little bit more involved. And then these people will go out into the world, into the universe, and train the other teachers, because there are a lot of rural areas in Tajikistan and Afghanistan. And so the idea was for them to become the trainers in their area. And I was lucky enough to personally attend one of Hamza's trainings, which he did in Bokhtar once with a lot of the teachers. And it was fantastic to see this information going forward and being spread out across the country. And so I think that there are possibilities for people who are interested in Tajikistan. As Hamza said, it's really a lovely country. And if you like mountains, that is the place to go, because you will find many mountains and lakes, and it's just a fantastic place to get out and hike. And there are many hiking clubs, and overall a wonderful experience. So, but the State Department has English language fellows. I'm not so sure right now because of COVID, there may not be a fellow there. Am I right, Hamza? I think perhaps no fellows right now. But they also have specialists, which I'm lucky enough to be doing one right now online with some of the teachers who I had met previously. So this has been really a lot of fun for me to connect again with the teachers. So there are also Fulbright jobs and teaching assistant jobs. So they're definitely, especially through the State Department, are positions. So look into those if you're interested in Tajikistan.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. If you want to like visit Tajikistan or like looking for jobs, we are not like more like, for example, 20 millions, only like 10 million that it's like our teachers always like willing to gain new knowledge from Americans or native like speakers. I enjoy our mountains.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for these beautiful photographs. I want to introduce Damon Anderson is with us. Hamza, who is one of our leaders, along with Rezwana, who's here from Bangladesh. We are focusing here on a part of the world that Damon perhaps wants to have a few words. And I had a couple questions, but Damon, please meet our speaker. And the floor is over to the two of you. Maybe Damon has a long history in global education. You're muted, darling.
Okay. Now, hi, Hamza. Thank you for a wonderful presentation and congratulations on all that you have accomplished. It's pretty amazing, especially at your young age. So congratulations. I think I was in Tajikistan before you were born. I think I was the first relo to have visited Tajikistan in centuries, because I was going through Central Asia trying to figure out where to place a relo. We ended up placing the relo in Kazakhstan at the time. But I looked at all the Central Asian countries. So, and you're right, you do have a very beautiful country and wonderful people, great culture. I wanted to know, in your discussion, you were talking about your mentor program and trainers and all of these things, but could you tell us a little bit more about the landscape of teaching English in Tajikistan? I mean, what are some of your challenges that you face, and what are some of the things that you learned through your program to help you overcome some of those challenges?
Yeah, thank you so much, Damon. It's really nice to see you here. And yeah, someday maybe just like we'll meet in Tajikistan again. And to your question, yeah, just like the challenge was like in Tajikistan is, lack of like knowing like technology, like was, it's like the first time as I like faced this challenge, and I overcome here this challenge, like learning about technology, during our mentor program and also US Embassy trained, we will learn some of like technology for teachers. And this after this, it's like we will teach, for example, other teachers, like how to apply for this program, how to know this program. And also the challenge was, it's really far, like from villages that do not know technology or something like they can't come to the like access places. For example, American spaces. There are like 8 American spaces in Tajikistan that some of like teachers knows like has like opportunity like to apply for these programs. Like they come and use our resources like American Space Bokhtar or American Spaces Tajikistan resources. They have this opportunity in Tajikistan, and also for those who are from village, some of them, always face to technology, challenge like like teachers. But as my experience, the first time I trained, for example, for this like kind of like workshops. After this, I already got acquainted for this like technology and everything. I learned. Now when I like see like any teachers or any help, firstly I will teach them how to use technology, like to access like online classes in abroad, like introduce them with other like countries like TESOL maybe, other like stuff. But anyway, I will share like resources like they do not have access, for example, with internet. Anyway, I will print out them like to share with other teachers. This really help them. But I'm sure that soon this challenge will be like overcome, and our teachers will know about everything.
So Hamza, what would be the name of a course or a presentation you might do for your teachers in Bokhtar?
Presentations?
Or yeah, what would you talk to them about in your professional development program?
About my career and how to use resources, how to manage classes, how to just share your knowledge with other teachers in your area. This like what I like always share in my presentations, and also I share some of like resources that I gained from our trainers. I use American Spaces resources to my presentation to share them with other teachers, and they will go the area and teach other teachers.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So I would, if I could say a few words, I would like to also address that challenges from my perspective when I was there as an English language fellow. It was 2018-2019 program. And the biggest thing that where I had problems was adjusting to the fact that even in Dushanbe at the pedagogical university, there was no internet in the entire university. And so it was difficult for teachers to use resources that I would show them, online, because they didn't really have access to connecting. And I found that a lot of them were not so familiar with keyboard with computers, but they used their phone a lot, right? Yeah, so they kind of jumped a generation there, I think. But the progress that is being made now is phenomenal, because in Dushanbe, and as Hamza said, these language centers that are opening, they have, all of them have at least 4 computers that I know of, if not more, and they do have internet now. So it's a big resource for teachers where they can go in, and there's a coordinator in each one. And so they're able to go, the teachers can go in and get assistance and look things up and print things out, which is not something that I had when I was there. So I'm very happy to see that progress, especially with the connectivity.
I want to add here one more thing about like resources. Just like in Tajikistan, also in 2021, like opened English Without Borders that connects all teachers, all students, to all resources. There are like special groups, special networking that they will connect teachers, they share experience, they give opportunity for teachers grants, like small grants to write and help other teachers. This really brilliant opportunity for our teachers, Tajik teachers, that nowadays they are using these resources, and nowadays they're sharing with other colleagues. And I think this challenge, like previous challenge, will like getting like overcome like this these days. And also using American Spaces resources like over like 1,000 books, more than like 25, 30 computers connected to Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi, and they will come to centers like library centers, like technology centers that they will use for free to get resources and share with other students. Thank you so much.
If I can ask another question, I think it's great what you're doing with technology, and I understand the American Centers or American Spaces concepts very well. But I was wondering, I know as a trainer of trainers and a trainer of teachers that we might give training, but oftentimes those who are taking the training find a real difficulty in being able to apply what they're learning in the training. And that could be either because their curriculum is so strict, you give them these other resources, they don't know how to use those resources. Some teachers are tied to a book and other things. So I'm curious, in Tajikistan, what flexibility do teachers have?
In Tajikistan, teachers not only like, for example, learning English or like only like trained or only like resources or something like this. Also, they have, for their resume, like finding jobs, they will like get other like, for example, technology like trainers, they will participate. Other trainers, they will participate that will get experience for their resume. And also, in Tajikistan, also for their job, for their resume, they will participate other trainings, I say, and to strong their CV, and something like this. But most of like the majority teachers, for example, me, after teaching as like in school, now I work in an American Space as a like SMM, and also I work.
What's SMM? What?
Social
SM.
media, like social media. I work in social media. Like I manage all social media in American Space, Bokhtar.
Wow.
And also, yeah, this like new position. And also, look, I have like teaching experience and also social media and other like skills that for making my CV strong to find jobs as a like multiple, we have now we are like learning other things to as a like English teachers to make our CV or like finding job easy. In Tajikistan, there are like many options. Many teachers like have like different experience. Participate other jobs, like apply for other jobs. Miss Linda, if you want to add something.
Your mic's
Yes,
off.
so-
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did you want to?
No, I was going to say your mic was off. But
Oh,
okay.
thank you. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, also, I think to address that question a little bit from my experience in Dushanbe and seeing in Bokhtar, the teachers really do have a lot of leeway in the classroom to be able to try new techniques and see what works for them. I saw that in both places. So I think that they're not super rigidly tied to outcomes and books and things like that. But one of the things I did find is that as with anywhere, it definitely depends on the teacher, and it depends somewhat, I think, on their comfort level with speaking English, because some of the teachers will stick mainly to the book because that controls the language, right? That the students don't go too much beyond what the little questions are in the book. So depending on the teacher's comfort level in the language, some of the teachers, and that was one of the ways that these teachers got chosen to be in the ETM program was, you know, what are they doing now, and to produce material, and what does their classroom look like, and try to filter out and get teachers who we knew would be responsible for going back and getting things into the classroom, because that was one of the goals, of course. You don't want to, as you said, just do all this training and then it drops and nothing happens. So there also was, there were a couple of programs for follow-up and for going in and observing the teachers and seeing what they were doing. So that was also part of the program. So I think, yeah, it's not, as any program, not perfect, but it definitely has potential. Yeah.
Yeah, these programs, you know, from USMBC Dushanbe, like for teachers, really change teach English teachers, you know, professional development, you know, experience and everything, like for their life, like, you know, to get to new levels, and to help them to the new like life, like changing, for example, something like this. And example, like briefly, I will tell this. Like one of our teachers, like for example, if teachers like come American Space Bokhtar, they will use resources, and they can get, you know, find any programs and apply for them. For example, T program, there are like T program and other programs that they yearly, like every year they apply. Example Zebo, we have like Zebo in Bokhtar, they twice like got accepted for United States. You know, it's like changed his life, but now he works in a American consuls. You know, this is really changing their life. This program, ETM, they started from ETM program and like TOT and other workshops.
Yeah, in Uzbekistan, and I'm thinking of Rezwana, who's there in Bangladesh, but in Uzbekistan, we have a project now with the Ministry of Education, as well as George Mason University in the US, something called the American International Education. Oh, American Councils on International Education and TESOL International Association. We worked together on this project that I'm on now for 8 months. And it's sort of in the neighborhood, but what I was thinking about is Rezwana in Bangladesh, and perhaps others listening. We have 4 or 5 people listening to the live feed of this recording on Facebook, according to Lynn, whom I just communicated. But Rezwana, do you have a project similar to Tajikistan's in Bangladesh, or is there a project with the Regional English Language Officer or any other projects that you know of, British Council?
Currently, I'm not aware of this sort of projects, but we do have some projects going on. From the EMK Center, Edward Kennedy Center, we do see projects like this from time to time. We also have Teach for Bangladesh, which is another project where teachers from around the country, they get some sort of training. And the government of Bangladesh, they actually work with British Council from time to time. And that also creates opportunities for teachers from urban and rural areas where there are not a lot of training opportunity available. They also get some ideas, and they also get some opportunities for training.
Can I add something or ask something as well? I know when I was a relo, we always tried to work with professional organizations, local professional organizations, like if there is a local TESOL affiliate or a professional teachers association, whether it's TESOL affiliated or IATEFL affiliated, it doesn't matter, even if it was a standalone. And sometimes we would give them grants for the professional organization itself to reach out and do training of trainers. I know in Turkey, for example, they started, the professional organization started a thing of teas, afternoon teas, and they would do it like on a Saturday or some other day, you know, where teachers would just come together and kind of like a roundtable discussion group, you know, and there was always somebody there who I mean, they did kind of have a topic and somebody who understood that topic, but it would broaden out to other things. And then these grew into ideas for the conferences and for major workshops and things. So are there professional teacher organizations, English teacher organizations in your locations that you can and do work with? I highly recommend it because it's a good way of reaching out in a very kind of systematic sort of way.
Right. So in Bangladesh, do you have a association, Razwana?
BELTA, the main organization that everyone talks about, that would be BELTA, Bangladesh English Language Teachers Organization. I mean, that's the one that first started this whole getting together, coming up with workshops, webinars. Now we also have TESOL Bangladesh, another new organization. And so that's another one, TESOL BD. And that also organizes, they also organize this sort of workshops from time to time. BELTA would be the most well-known one, since it has been here for a long time. And our teachers, our esteemed peers and researchers, the most well-known researchers in Bangladesh, they're all a part of BELTA. So that's why they're very well.
Nice. Nice. And in Tajikistan, are you talking about having an association? I think you have English Without Borders.
Yeah, English Without Borders. We have, as I like mentioned, they connect all teachers always. Every day they will share something, you know, invite professionals to talk about their experience and also sharing resources and then unique experience to like motivate new young teachers to like teaching like position. And also one more thing, like in 2021 is in English like faculty in a university, they opened new center for teachers, like special for teachers, like English faculty teachers, English teachers. They will use these resources like from American councils. They opened grant of US Embassy. You know, they always use these resources for library, for example, books and internet and other things. Like, for example, applying for TESOL, they trained by very professional teacher like Zebo, as I like mentioned. She's really, she has a really professional like career that she will always share with teachers, like helping teachers. This center only for teachers, like who needs help for anything, they will come to like room, like center. She helps always.
Nice.
Anders, Damon, I wanna one more thing, just like here, it's out of conversation. I just like recognized you because our coordinator talked a lot about you. I'm just like yeah. Thank you so
Really?
much. Finally met.
Thank you. That's surprising. Surprising
You
for
know,
me.
Tojidin Height, right? Yeah, he talked a lot about you. He's really cool, like helper.
Wow. Great. Wow, wonderful. Can I mention another resource that I think a lot of teachers and countries don't use? And that is many cities have what they call city pairs, where they pair up with another city in the world. Sometimes this is organized through embassies, like American Embassy does city pairs, and British Council, I know they do city pairs, other embassies, but sometimes these are just organized between cities themselves, reaching out. And so I'm just curious if you know, in Tajikistan, if you have any city pairs, because people don't use those city pairs, and they could, to reach out. English teachers can reach out to other English teachers through those city pairs. Students can reach out to other students through those city pairs. They can establish kind of virtual programs, neighborhood programs, community programs, different kinds of programs. And I think it's something that's really unexplored. And many places have like city pairs, and they announce it, they go through all this announcement, and then they just sit there and there's so little done with it, And it's the same also between university connections, university pairs, university connections, They have them, but then they just sit there. There's a little bit of exchange of research, but not much done. So I would encourage both of you, actually, Roswana as well, to look for these things and to begin to reach out to them, because these are tremendous resources. And what you find in return is teachers here send so much to teachers there, when I've done this, and the exchange is just phenomenal. And students here learn so much about your cultures, and it just broadens the whole world in a way that just isn't done otherwise. These are just thoughts.
Wonderful thoughts. We used to have, Damon, maybe you remember, since like me, you are of a certain age, we used to have this sister city relationships in the US, and I think some of them retain, but it's kind of similar to what you're saying, or?
It's exactly the same thing. Sister city, I use city pairs because sister cities is a little bit more narrow and pretty much US government, but sister cities is same as city pairs.
Sister corners, like something like this.
Well, you have sister corners as well.
Yeah, sister corners.
You have a similar thing, but look broader than just the corners. Look broader. Anyway, another option for resources for you, and many of those resources are actually free. And if you don't know about them, go to your city government and ask them, do you have any sister cities or city pairs? Or go to universities and say, what are your connections to international universities? And can I draw on those international connections? Because 9 times out of 10, they're just sitting there, not much happening. And they would be happy for something to happen, So anyway, it was just a thought.
Good idea. Our webinars always take us down roads that we didn't expect. And this is a wonderful example, Hamza, of introducing us to a part of the world that many of us really don't know very well. And I'm so grateful to you for your energy and your smiles and your ability to connect people. It's clearly a gift that you have, and we are benefiting from your gift. So thank you so much. I think you're muted.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me today. Really just an honor, like standing, like, among like Damon and also Lisa, Linda too, like Rizwan, that two of them I already met, but Damon I never met, but anyway, I will someday in Tajikistan maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you need, for those who are watching us, if you need my help in Tajikistan or, any resources to share, please, you can contact like on Facebook or like find me with through like Linda or Lisa. We are always keep in touch, and thanks to them, I'm really changing like my experience and learning everything. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Hamza. We really appreciate your time. And as Liz said, your energy is infectious, and we are very happy to have you. And thanks for sharing all of the great information about your country. And I would just like to say that the next webinar is going to be with Nikki Ashcraft, and it will be on November 11th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And look for information about that on our Facebook page and also on the TESOL page. I will be posting shortly. So, and would anyone else like to say anything? Any last comments?
I want to say something shortly. Please, those who are from other countries, please visit Tajikistan. It has really beautiful places, beautiful mountains, experienced teachers that you will share your experience, and also resources, collaborate with us. We are always ready, like Tajik English teachers, always ready to collaborate with everyone virtually, or, it's like connecting as Anderson like mentioned. We can do like sister corners, for example. We can organize like virtually our students to you students. It will be really cool. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you, Hamza. Thank you all for joining us today. I can't wait to hear Nikki Ashcraft. Nikki is in Missouri, I think, or Texas, in the middle of the United States. She's a TESOL leader involved with TESOL teacher education, and she's going to be talking to us, I believe, Linda, on writing teaching philosophy statements. So it's a different topic. See, we get everything on TESOL CPD. Thank you all for joining.